Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Wade and Carter Show live from the Atzenhofer studio. Glad you're all here. Welcome to everybody joining us on the local network, Facebook, Wade and Carter, online. Like and share, follow and subscribe.
Magic 95.9 FM. Great to have you folks in. The Wade and Carter weather brought to you by the great folks at AT Deerland Feed. For everything you need, there's Deerland Feed. Going to be a sunny day in Victoria, Texas. 41 degrees, heading to a high today of 74.
Beautiful, beautiful day.
Yep. 33 degree swing.
Stephanie Connie, Randy Langston, Scott Tomko on the podium this morning. Glad you're all here. Bobby Leister checking in, reminding us it is pre-Caldo Wednesday, Tuesday. Ricky King, Greg Garcia, Marvin Mickish, Mark Kurtz, Amanda King, Torm Bales, Scott Snow, Patrick Strauss, good morning. Cody Bauman, Tammy Keeling, Rena Scherer checking in, David Glass, Micah Patton, Junior Samples, Lisa Poole, Kathleen Leiniger. Glad you're all here. Welcome to everybody tuning in wherever you are around the globe.
Very fortunate to have listeners all over the planet. I'm looking for that video that I had that told us what was going on by your man Gavin Newsom. But I cannot find it at this moment.
Do you want to start? You want to start here?
Sure. Let's start somewhere fun.
Yeah, let's start with this one.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more, by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace, as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. We are a nation of immigrants, but we are also a nation of laws. It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years, and we must do more to stop it.
And the Democrats go crazy cheering for Bill Clinton in 1995.
And his State of the Union address.
If Donald Trump got up tonight, and that's all he did is read that speech verbatim, the Democrats who choose not to protest, the Democrats who choose not to avoid the State of the Union address, the ones that are there would not stand and applaud. They would not stand and applaud those words completely taken from President Bill Clinton in 1995. 30 years ago, that is how much the Democrat Party has changed in 30 years. 30 years ago, bipartisan support. The entire chamber stood and cheered when Bill Clinton made that speech. But now, 30 years later, Democrats run from that message. The few that will be in attendance tonight simply would not applaud. They would sit on their hands if Donald Trump simply reiterated Bill Clinton's common sense comments to the House chamber 30 years ago.
Andrew Alvarez asked how many current were there during that speech. I'll tell you, Chuck Schumer for sure.
Chuck Schumer was there. Chuck Schumer, long known as saying, we've got to do more. Joe Biden, Mr. Emphatic, before he became Uncle Joe, Creepy Joe.
He was always that.
He was so emphatic, though. He was like, we just got to do more. It's obvious. This is just not working. But now, open it. Let them all come in. They're just doing jobs Americans don't want to do. Come on in. I got to find Newsom. You just won't believe his genius. You know, you've had the Democrats for years tell you that the American black is dumb. You know, they're just dumb. They can't get on the internet. They can't figure out how to get an ID. I've got a guy. I've just got to find.
Hillary Clinton said the exact same thing when she ran against Trump. Barack Obama reiterated the tough stance on immigration when he ran for president the first time around. So all of you leftists out there, you Democrats that are listening, chime in. Or is it simply that you have Trump derangement syndrome so bad?
Correct.
You can't acknowledge the fact that these aren't new ideas. They're not Trump's ideas. He's carrying them over from previous administrations. Both sides of the House agreed with these things. Both sides of the Senate agreed with these things 30 years ago. The most liberal of the bunch was Ronald Reagan when he gave amnesty to them all.
That's right. Solid point.
So why do you disagree with Donald Trump? Call in and ask. Call in and answer that question. Chime in on the chats. Make a comment. Why do you disagree that our borders do no longer need to be protected? Bill Clinton said it 30 years ago. The illegals are using our resources. But you now say, oh, they're not using them. If they were using them then, they're still using them now. We haven't done anything to address it.
And the idea was Clinton had the audacity, the racist audacity to say, hey, they're just taking jobs that Americans could have. Oh, no, you can't say that. You can't say that. Those are jobs Americans don't want. It's ridiculous.
It is.
I don't know what happened to that. It's not the most important thing. It's just it was very interesting to hear the commentary of the black gentleman that said, I've had the Democrats tell me for years that I was too stupid to vote, that little poor kids were just as smart as white kids.
Gavin Newsom in Atlanta over the weekend, Sunday, trying to push his new book, was talking with Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens.
Funny that he would push a book when he claims he can't read.
Yeah. I mean, here's what he told them. I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. You know, I'm a 960 SAT guy.
He's talking in Atlanta to a group that is almost 100% black.
And then he had to double down. You've never seen me read a speech because I can't read a speech.
60 seconds or get your money back.
I mean, and now he's saying, oh, it's fake outrage.
No, it's not. If Donald Trump said that, they'd be impeaching him.
Absolutely.
Who are we kidding? Listen.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. You know, I'm a 960 SAT guy. And, you know, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, you know, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. This may be the wrong business to be in.
It is, Gavin. It is the wrong business.
You know, my dyslexia, I haven't overcome dyslexia. I'm living with it. You know, I was the guy in the back of the classroom and my head down.
Whatever. You were a stoner in California and your aunt's rich and that's why you're governor. What a deal. What a deal.
It's the enforcement of the way it's being done.
Nah. You know, everybody wants Gin-a-Lo, Grandpa Joe. Everybody wants to have a fireside chat. Nobody wants to roll their sleeves up, get in there and do what it takes to make this country great again.
And the only way it's being done is the way it's being done, or the perception of the way it's being done is the way it's being portrayed by the media, because as we pointed out, the data shows in these 9 areas where law enforcement is not cooperating,
That's right. There's where the problems are.
That's where the problems
We
are.
don't have any problems in Texas, and we've deported a lot more people than Minneapolis, Minnesota. We've deported a lot more people. There haven't been protests and rage and people with their stupid people in stupid cars pulling out in front of ICE agents. It doesn't happen here because we're a state that believes in the rule of law. The idea that Trump's doing something vicious or mean-spirited is just ignorant. Trump actually put legs underneath the idea promoted by Clinton, Bush, Obama, Biden. Trump actually did what it takes. You want sweet Uncle Joe as your president. He's just that good old guy wearing red, white, and blue and his Ray-Ban aviators. Isn't he cool? Falling off his bike, falling downstairs, using the auto pen to pardon all of his friends, hiding all the Epstein evidence. That's the guy you want. But the guy you've got says, hey, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. And all the peripheral stuff, the penalties for employers and all that, I agree that employers should be penalized for hiring illegals. But I also believe that fundamentally illegals should be deported.
Chuck Schumer's on record as saying they shouldn't have all the appeals. There's
That's
too
right.
many appeals. They're here illegally, which again is just the degradation of society, because now we're selective on which laws we enforce and which ones we don't. You turn a blind eye to the fact, well, they just came across the border here for a better life. They broke a law.
Right.
Well, so do you when you speed. Yeah. Irrelevant argument, straw man argument, not even relevant to the topic of discussion.
Absolutely.
These are people that circumvent our immigration process to get here. They live in the shadows. They live with their head looking over their shoulder every time, every day. They
right.
know they're here illegally. They live in fear that it could all be the house of cards that they've built could be toppled in a minute. They know it. And then they try to claim victim when something happens that they get deported. Don't forget, we tried the nice approach. Here's $2,000 and a plane ticket home. Go
home.
build your life.
And if you do it voluntarily, you have a chance to come back legally. Think about that. If you volunteer to leave, you get a little gold star on your file. And if you try to come back, you get somewhat favored status. But you can't be here criminally and create crime and then expect just to stay.
Or even not create crime because you're a criminal when you got here.
That's right.
Oh, they're just here living a better life. They're just here. They've been law-abiding. No, they haven't. They broke the law to get here.
That's right. That's like somebody coming in, going upstairs and staying in your extra bedroom and going, well, they broke the law when they came, but their room looks immaculate. And they always make their bed.
Go on vacation, come home to find a squatter in your house and see how you feel about that.
That's exactly the same thing. You're just bringing it down to the local level. I don't know how people feel about that. I don't get it. Are those people going to pay the $5 drainage fee?
They're just mad because Trump is actually living up to the promises that Clinton made in 95, Hillary made on the campaign trail and never got elected. Barack Obama said he was going to do, and he did it. He did deport people, but you know why? He had the cooperation in those cities that weren't sanctuary cities back then.
And don't forget, Ash, his idea of deportation included never letting them in the country.
Yeah.
People came, they presented paperwork or whatever, they pled for asylum, and when the president said no, they were turned around and sent right back. Their due process involved a conversation with Border Patrol agents, not judges, not magistrates, those deportation numbers included people that were turned away at the border. There you have it. That's the truth. And that's how Obama's deportation numbers, they were nothing like Trump's. They weren't like Trump actually going out and rounding up the people that needed to be rounded up. But the left never complained when Obama did it. When Obama built the chain link detention centers, they weren't called concentration camps.
They weren't Trump's cages that he was keeping kids in either.
Trump simply utilized the equipment left over by Barack Obama. 100% fact. Donald Trump did not build detention centers / concentration camps. That is all the left's semantics. The left is most often doing what they're accusing others of doing. In this case, and under what's the guy's name begins with Mayorkas? Totally different dude under Barack Obama. Totally different. Deport, deport, deport. He did it. He comes in under Biden, giving it all away.
Yep.
Crazy. Man, that's just unbelievable. Let's take a quick break.
Yeah, let's take a quick break.
Folks, Palace Bingo, Thursday night, where friends meet friends. Come to Palace Bingo, support 7 local charities. Have a blast. Have a burger. Have a fish sandwich. If it's Lent for you and you want to avoid beef, it'd be dumb, but if that's what you want to do it. USA Concrete Coatings, 578-HOME. Let Charlie Garcia sand it, seal it, stain it, paint it. Charlie can help you with anything you need done. You want to level a concrete slab, level a driveway, he can do it. Veracruz Restaurant, pre-called Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Get in today. The best Mexican fare in town, period. End of story. Stop. Get in there. Allen's Wrecker Service, 578-6300. Allen's you go to, TOTU, all over this region. Allen Miller, Little Allen, absolutely revered as the best of the best in the towing business. The office is at 205. They have space for you. John Paul Hall, Mr. Keats, space available for you. Come on in. Let them help you out. They'll help you get space.
Won't you be our neighbor?
Certainly. Went Services for all your electrical needs. Plugs, ballast, lighting, recessed lighting, ceiling, fans. Call Went Services. Went can also help you with a turnkey whole house generator. Paravita Wellness and the Vita Cafe. Paravita Wellness especially. My meals are probably ready today.
Should be.
Meals, power, you can get what they call power balls. Fantastic. They're just protein heavy, gluten-free, just amazing. Little bundles of protein. Get in there and enjoy Paravita Wellness. The president speaks tonight. Yep. What do you think?
State of the Union tonight, 8 p.m. local time. I mean, we kind of started with that because I think immigration will be a big part of it.
What's he going to say about the economy?
I think he'll tell you it's good.
I think it's getting better.
CNN poll released shows Trump's approval rating at 36%, down from 48% last year.
Who cares?
I agree.
Couldn't care less. He's doing what he said he was going to do. He's doing exactly what the overwhelming number of Americans voted for. Donald Trump getting done what he said he was going to do. At the end of this, it's all going to be fine. Jared Kushner in wherever they are, Dubai, wherever they are, where are they at talking with Iran? I do not know.
Yeah, but they are watching.
They're doing that. That's going on. Did he say it's going to be a long speech? We have so much to talk about. Yeah. I hope he just doesn't deviate too much.
You think he will? I don't know.
Never seen a more polarizing guy, and the left is so unhinged and triggered. Like we said, I heard a story the other day. The guy says that Trump and the Pope go out on a private yacht to have lunch. And when the pontiff sits down, that white hat that he's got blows off, and it blows out onto the water, and it's floating. Secret Service is trying to reach it. They can't reach it. Donald Trump just quietly slips over the side of the boat, walks out, picks up the hat, walks back on the water, climbs back on the boat, gives it back to the Pope, doesn't say a word about it. The next day, the papers read, Donald Trump can't swim. That's exactly what would happen. It's exactly what would happen. Donald Trump can't swim. Hey, he walked on water. Yeah, that's not the point. I don't know. There is nothing this man can do to not be among the most hated people on the planet. It's funny. Bill Clinton made that speech you heard a while ago, and all he was just a good, centrist, moderate American. Every American felt that way, bi-party support.
Don't forget, Newt Gingrich was a Speaker of the House then.
And guess what? Now, 30 years later, Donald Trump's a Nazi. You hear what he's saying? Nationalistic Nazi. It's the left that has changed. It's the Democrat Party that has left America.
There hasn't been a word uttered by the left on the tens of thousands of Iranian people that have died on the streets of Iran in protest of the authoritarian regime in that country, but they couldn't run fast enough to protest Palestine and what was going on in Gaza. Nary a word.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I think Iran will be part of his conversation today.
I think he may really, really sternly warn Iran.
Well, they got 8 to 13 days left, depending on his 10 to 15 day warning, right?
Right. But look, the military buildup is and there's nothing they can do about it. That's what's so.
Yeah.
Trump claims the nuclear facilities were totally obliterated. He's now suggesting further strikes may be necessary to prevent Tehran. He doesn't want them to enrich uranium. It can happen.
Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger, I believe, will give the response from the Democrat Party tonight.
So is she somebody that they think is a rising star for them?
I don't know. I mean, what do you have? 2 terms in Virginia as governor?
I don't know. The Democrats clearly have no leadership of any merit. I mean, well, we knew this, if we're honest. We knew this when they nominated Joe Biden to run for president last time. He was certainly not a leader. He was certainly not a favorite. Good morning, Sheriff Louderback.
The parties always tend to run somebody out there that I think they want to derail as a rising star in their parties for these.
Yeah, I can see
for
that.
These things. It never seems to be somebody that's, somebody that's kind of bubbling under, but then they never want them to get.
Didn't they last time have a young guy? Wasn't his name Kennedy?
I think it was Al Green last year.
The Reverend?
For the Dems.
Since we've been together. That one? The Reverend Al Green?
I don't think it's the same one.
Man, I'd rather hear that one than the Democrat Al Green.
Trying to find quickly. I think I saw it here.
Is Al Green the one with the cane?
Yeah, it was represented. Yeah.
What a clown.
It was him.
There just is no.
I think.
No,
he got ejected last year. I forgot. I don't remember who did that.
Just as I say, there is no male role model of any merit in entertainment. There's not. There's not even a Michael Jackson, much less an Elvis Presley. So you find yourself going, the people that there's just nobody. There's no John Wayne. There's no male person to look at in America that you go, man, that guy's just a stud. That doesn't sell anymore. We don't need that. The Democrats in the same breath have no leadership. There's no rising. Hakeem Jeffries is a clown. Kamala Harris is a drunk broad. You know, what's her name? Jasmine Crockett's an idiot. I mean, hey, label me. I don't care what you call me, except call me right or prove me wrong. There is no, that's right. You're right, Ricky. There is no Chuck Norris. 100% right. 100%. There's where we are. Chris Pratt and Mark Wahlberg. Yeah. I get a kick out of Mark Wahlberg. I haven't figured it out yet. Mark Wahlberg hawking a site called, I think it's called Hallow.
Biblical app.
Yeah, but I mean, Mark Wahlberg's monetizing prayer. For only pennies a day, you can tune in and pray with me. Well, that's
cashing in on Joel Osteen's.
I don't get
creeping
it.
in on Joel Osteen's business.
I ain't figured that out yet. The other day I saw one. I'm not kidding you. It was Deion Sanders talking about, I've joined Mark Wahlberg. Well, that's you guys are all, Pharisees. That's crazy town. I don't understand that. I haven't figured it out yet. It'll get back to me. I'll figure it out.
What do you make of your buddy Mamdani in New York City now? Because just remember, I think it wasn't that long ago, CNN was reporting how there's, climate change is responsible for no snow in New York City, and now they've had 2 epic snowfalls this winter because, guess what? It's winter.
And yesterday,
this is what happened in New York City all the time.
Well, and this is the same moron Zamdami that's the guy that just didn't pick the trash up for like a month. That's a great way to save money. Didn't pick up the trash in New York City, and now he's decided, hey, we need to hire some people to shovel snow. $30 an hour to shovel snow in New York City. I wonder, I see there's somebody calling
What
me.
do you got? Well, yeah, and they're saying, well, the good thing about all the snow is all the dog poop that hasn't been picked up is now buried under snow.
If you're calling me from a 243 number, text me.
Till it melts.
I want to make sure I call you back correctly. Give me a text. Let me know it's you. Yeah, I'll take a chance to see who this is.
Daniel Bird checking in.
Good morning, Wade and Carter. You're live on the air. Who've I got?
Hey, it's Jennifer Rayburn.
Hi, Jennifer Rayburn. I'm sorry I didn't answer your call. I was sitting here and my phone was blowing up and I didn't know it was you. Talk to us.
Listen, you're perfectly fine, and I'm off topic. I'm having technological issues. I need my very own Cody. I wanted to call in because I forgot to message you. I want to play Brother Gary this week. And I'm trying to see if I can squeeze some time in, but I want to remind all of our listening audience that this is Victoria Livestock Show week. And Gary would want us to tell you that this Thursday at 12 o'clock at the Community Center in Victoria, Texas, will be the grand opening of the 80th Victoria Livestock Show.
Wow.
I'm going to feed you a tip that not a lot of people know. Only 2 youth livestock shows in the state of Texas give the money 100% back to the kids, and Victoria is one of them. Others charge lots of processing fees. So every time anyone complains about paying for the parking lot, remember that lets this money go back to the kids, and the parking lot fees pay for other scholarships and things of that nature. So there's a lot going on. Please check out Victoria Livestock Show on Facebook. I know Gary would have wanted you guys to know that the Little Buddies had their weenie dog race last week, and there's a lot going on. And
so
I'm
that's
not even involved in
Thursday?
Livestock Show. Thursday is the kickoff.
Thursday at
grand
noon.
opening. Mm-hmm.
It's always great. The dignitaries will be there. Proclamations will be read. It's a great time.
Yeah, usually we always see Gary. He and I did it together for years, and I just thought of him this weekend and knew that he would want to make it on the show
100%.
and tell everyone. Carry on. I'm mad at Mondani too. What an idiot.
There you go.
And all the things. But
Hey, thank you,
but
Jennifer.
we care about this.
Thank
Okay.
you. No, for sure. Brother Gary would want everyone to know. So that's this Thursday at noon. Feel free to go down and spend time at the Livestock Show as they kick this off. Do we want to go ahead? Do you have something?
No, I was just going to talk about Mamdani couldn't get anybody to show up to sign to shovel snow.
No,
because they required
folks, this
5
guy's
forms of
a
ID.
tragic failure. And it's just, I mean, the city's already in disarray. Did you know?
In order to register as an emergency snow shoveler, an applicant must provide 2 small photos, 2 original forms of IDs, plus copies and their social security card, which you have to present if you want to get a job. I understand that. But nobody signed up. They were looking for 1,400 to 2,800 people to shovel snow. Nobody showed up.
And he said, just walk in. They call it DSNY, Department of Sanitation, New York. They wanted people just to walk in. Just walk into your local DSNY. There's 4 foot of snow on the ground. Is it just right around the corner? Are they like 7-Elevens? You just walk in. Walk into the DSNY.
But this is a guy that doesn't want you to vote, to present an ID to vote, but you need 5 pieces of ID to get a job just to shovel snow in New York City on an emergency basis.
Unbelievable. Let's put our screen up, take a quick break. Folks, the First State Bank of Louise, I've got a call in. Did you know, Ash? I've got a call in. Patricia Nagel inviting us. She wants to have a visit with us about what's going on. Nice. She said, just stay top of mind. I said, how much more top of mind can we be? My kids all have accounts at First State Bank of Louise. Reach out, the friendliest bank anywhere. They're big enough to get the job done, small enough to know you by name. Get into the First State Bank of Louise today. Chesnick Furniture, we say it every day, but it doesn't get old. Chesnick and Love make your house a home. Get in and see why you just always do better at Chesnick. Chesnick is a fantastic, fantastic place. Junior Sample says that he, Bill Posey, Bob Constantine, and Linda all went and saw Brother Gary. He does believe in your prayers. So go see Brother Gary. White Trash Services and White Trash Site Services, 550-1826. White Trash can help you have a trash-tastic day. If you need trash collection services anywhere in the No Bull Network, Calhoun, DeWitt, Goliad, Gonzales, Carnes, on and on, B, Frio, Jim Hogg, Atascosa, they've got it. They can help you. And the chopping block. I got this from the chopping block just yesterday. Our news is timely. It's amazing. It really is. Oh, no. Go run downstairs while I take care of this and get Kimberly Tomasic. Let me find the chopping block. I've got it right here somewhere. I wouldn't lie to you. Chopping block right here. $16.99 ribeyes. Finally, he says, I finally got some deals on ribeyes. $16.99 a pound. Wagyu brisket, $3 off, $10 a pound. Fresh ground chuck, $7.50 a pound. Pork steaks, $4.99 a pound. Fully stocked on boudin. You should get into the chopping block today. So, well, let's do this, Mickey. You sit tight. Kimberly is a veteran. Come on in. Kimberly's a veteran. We're going to take a minute with her to go ahead. You approach there. We're going to visit. No, come on in, Kimberly. We're going to visit with Kimberly Tomasic, who is our guru of the symphony. There's your public. Hit your mark. First position. So we're going to talk with Kimberly for just a second because she's always concise, to the point, and she looks great next to Bob Ross. How are you, our friend?
I'm doing great. We're having a wonderful season. Victoria came out and supported the Eagles, even though we were having a cold winter spell. So we had a great January concert. I'm so thankful.
Were they good? I could not make it, but were they good?
Yes, I had great compliments afterwards. They loved it. That generation that grew up on them, they were like, those were all our favorite songs. They sang them just the way they are supposed to be. They were standing up and dancing.
That's awesome.
I mean, it was a great atmosphere.
Well, the reality is people that like the Eagles are like my age, and we're so old that it could be me, Ash, you, and Mickey, and they would go, oh, look, it's the Beatles. Because, I mean, we're so old that everybody sounds good.
Well,
but I heard they were really good.
Yeah, they were really great.
What's coming up next? How can we promote something fun?
So this Saturday, we have our all Beethoven. It's a very classical concert that we're having, and we're having that this Saturday at 7:30 at the Fine Arts Center. And then we have our once-a-year annual Prickly Pear Affair on March the 27th, which is a Friday. You can get your tickets already online. If you go to victoriasymphony.com, you scroll down, there's a prickly pear, click on it. There's raffles that you can buy that you don't even have to attend to win. There's trips on that, or a $2,000 Visa gift card. So there's those options. And then, of course, we have our Downtown Rhythms coming in April, which is our free outdoor concert on De Leon Plaza.
Tickets available at victoriasymphony.com.
Yes, victoriasymphony.com.
And available right now, still available.
Yes. So if you get your Prickly Pear tickets before March 15th, they're $150 a piece. If you wait till after, they go to $175.
Wow.
So you want to get them ahead of time. And that helps us with, food catering and knowing if we have enough reservations and tables and everything. So
Ash, what do you make of if you're going to do the symphony and you come in and it's like if you're going to do something for the Dallas Cowboys, it's Tom Landry night.
Yep.
I mean, why wouldn't, if you're going to have Beethoven, how many of you out there just heard bum, 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 bum? Is that what you heard? I mean, Beethoven's kind of low-hanging fruit in the symphony world, isn't it?
well, we're doing a really great piece with the Emperor's Concerto, which is a special one, and it's very technical. So, I mean, you have to know your stuff. So
Awesome.
Yeah. So even though it may be easy on the ears, but it pulls at the heartstrings as well. So it's a very technical piece.
Michelle Wilson-Hawkins says, Kimberly does such a great job with the symphony, and you do, ma'am. That's why you're always not just welcome, you're encouraged to be here. We love supporting you and what you do.
I really appreciate it a lot.
We appreciate you, and I'm eager to pass along again this Saturday.
Yes.
Symphony. Tickets are available, victoriasymphony.com.
Yes.
And there you have it.
Yeah. It's going to be a great weekend. It's not going to freeze.
There you
No,
go.
it's gonna be nice out. So
How's
there
your
you go.
family? Everybody good?
They're doing great. They're doing wonderful. And
Awesome.
Yeah. Always
Well, we
so good.
appreciate you coming in. You're always encouraged and welcome. We're also excited. We're gonna swap you, and we appreciate you very much. And then we'll get bye, folks. You can say bye. There.
Bye. See y'all.
Kimberly's awesome, and thank you
Thanks,
for being
Kimberly.
such a great sport. And we're gonna get Mickey in here.
I'm going to block your Bob Ross. And I'm not that old. I didn't know that you didn't grow up with the Eagles.
Yeah, I did grow up with the Eagles.
I'm not that old.
Get over. You're gonna have to get over here and get on that microphone like you care about it.
Okay.
Get over there.
There you go.
And yes, it's you. See how it's like uncomfortably close. See how close we talked. Yeah, it's an acquired persuasion. So we're joined with VISD School Board Trustee.
Mickey Costello.
Absolutely. Tell us what's going on, my brother.
So we called for a bond in May. So I wanted to give the public some good news. There's been so much happening at VISD. We have improved our attendance. We've improved our performance ratings with the state. Our test scores, everything has gone up. The only thing that hasn't improved at VISD is our buildings. Everything else is on the rise. We've been doing fantastic.
And now the buildings will improve if voters pass this bond, correct?
They will.
But this bond is only for specific things. It's not. We're not trying to build a new football stadium. We're not trying to buy a new bus. We're
Academics only.
We're not giving admin raises. This is administrative and buildings only, right?
Buildings only. It's to improve the actual structures for our kids. No luxury items, no stadiums. It's strictly academics.
I've heard some people that should be informed, that were informed at one time, have kind of pushed back and said, you're trying to consolidate. That's not the right word. We're trying to meld a couple, because nobody likes consolidation.
Right.
But we're trying to take Torres, for example, and roll it into O'Connor.
Right.
And or vice versa, O'Connor and roll it into Torres.
O'Connor into
And,
Torres.
oh, man, it's going to create a big school. We don't like big schools. Well, if we go back just with any sense of history, Shalimar first opened, over 500 kids.
Almost
Same thing.
600.
We have just had a steady, consistent decline
Yes.
in enrollment in our schools. And it's not because of homeschooling, and
no.
it's not because of vouchers.
It's birth rate.
That's exactly
In the
right.
past 10 years, we're down about 1,900 students across the district.
That's a lot. I mean,
a lot.
because everything was built with the anticipation of, oh, we can always add on to this school if we
Right,
need to.
right. And
Yeah,
they
everything
put
anticipated
portables.
growth.
Yep, and it hasn't grown, so nothing has changed except for, we've got to put these kids somewhere. We've got to do better for them. Our buildings are old. Some of these schools were built in the 30s, and we still have kids in them.
And I do like the idea of putting money, maintenance money, into the buildings that we already have.
Yes.
Because we're not growing. So Scott Tonka says he hasn't really looked how much of an increase per 100,000
Per $100. So if the bond passes, it would be a 21-cent increase. Per
Okay, what does that mean
$100.
for a guy with a $250,000 house?
About a $17 a month increase.
Okay, I mean,
That's not very much.
no, it's not. But it's that deal of don't make the mistake of saying for a cup of coffee a week. That'll come back to haunt you.
No, our kids deserve this. Everybody is working hard. Like I said, all the STAR testing results are up. Our performance ratings have dramatically increased. We had 9 F-rated schools before. Now we have 0.
You proud of Super Sheila? She doing a good job?
Very good job. Yes.
What do you-
She's on point. She
Mickey,
is on top of it.
One of the questions I've been when talking with people, what is the district going to do so we're not here in 10 years from now? Well, the roof is failing. The AC, the chillers are failing. We just built these schools 10 years ago. What plan is in place that VISD has put in? Because here we are 15 years after the last bond.
Yep.
Well, we've got roofs that aren't working very well. We've got chillers that aren't where they need to be. And I guess
Right.
chillers, but you would think, when I put a roof on a house, I want that thing to last 25 years,
25
not
to
short
30.
me
That's-
15 years. So
That's
what's
what
the
we're
plan?
doing. We're putting better products on. We're making sure that we don't have to revisit this. Like you said, those 2010 builds, they'll be 16 years old this year. The last maintenance, the schools don't get any money from the state to do this maintenance, to keep up with our buildings. We have to do it from either our fund balance, from our general budget, or a bond. And, these buildings being 16 years old, air conditioners, HVAC goes out, chillers, boilers.
So you, relatively speaking, you're new to the school board, but you've had time now to peel back the layers of the onion and all that. So given that none of this is quote unquote your fault, because it's not, the decisions in the past were not made by you. What do you see or is there anything that makes you, because the overriding question that we get all the time is, what happened to the M&O budget that's always been a part of our school taxes?
I can't speak anything about the past boards. I haven't even been on there a year yet.
But where did the money go that they've collected for all these years that in theory was designed to maintain our schools?
So one thing that I'm proud of is not only did we balance our budget this year, we're operating with a balanced budget. Usually it's in a deficit. We balanced it. We actually added millions of dollars to our fund balance. We are prepared. We cut insurance. We have visited every aspect of these schools to save money everywhere that we can. We've cut travel. We've cut back on everything that can possibly be cut back, so that we have money in our operating budget. We added $11.5 million to our fund balance. We have 109 days in reserves. So we are being fiscally responsible. We are not wasting money. We're cutting. We were also able to give every teacher a raise. Not every teacher. We gave every employee of the district a raise in 2025. At Christmas, we gave teachers a $600 Christmas bonus. We have been fiscally responsible. We've fixed everything else as far as the district goes. We need to look at our buildings so that our kids can sit somewhere new and shiny and concentrate on school, not worrying about whether the building's going to be there or not at the next
100%.
storm.
I've never made any bones about it. I intend to vote for the bond. I think it's somewhat our legacy to pass on decent schools for our kids. I've always said that we want to hold the district accountable, and I do think that it's observable that the numbers are getting better.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, you know, I don't think there's ever been a time. Well, when I was a kid, everybody's schools did well.
Right.
We did well. And we did well because you had 2-parent households. Everybody sat down at night at the kitchen table, did their homework with their kid.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it was expected that you did well in school. So with very few exceptions, which, by the way, the people that were the exceptions appear to be the prolific breeders. With very few exceptions, we ended up with good kids coming out of VISD. But Victoria ISD has never, ever been not like, oh, it's like Highland Park. What a great school district. Or Alamo Heights. Boy, they've got great kids. You got to wonder, you know, you got to wonder.
You do. I mean, every city's different. Every culture is different. But we have changed VISD. We teachers want to be there. Students want to show up. Like I said, we said our attendance goal was 94%. 18 campuses have either met or exceeded it.
Now, that's fantastic.
That's fantastic. Both of our high schools beat the 94%. We have 2 elementary schools that are just right at 97% attendance. Kids want to be there. Kids want to learn. Our teachers are wanting to be there now. The culture has shifted.
We're still big proponents of school districts being compensated based on enrollment and not attendance.
Yeah.
In fact, we've had conversations with our state rep, AJ Louderback, about that, and there are folks looking into that. I don't know. Be careful what you wish for, right, Ash? Because at some point, if our enrollment continues to drop, our revenue could dry up.
Would, yeah.
But yeah, something to think about. What are you? So this bond will be voted for in May.
May 2nd.
May 2nd.
Our tours have started, so we're doing tours. You can go see these facilities, see everything that we've talked about in these bonds, in this bond. The first one is tonight, Vickers and Torres from 5:30 to 7:30. Go to visd.net/bond 2026
Bond
and
2026.
register. Go on these tours. We're going to see every school that's part of this bond. One other thing I want to point out is our dual credit. We're offering 58 different courses. Our kids in one semester from August till December in 2025, they earned 1,805 college credits while in high school. We've implemented, it's called Freshman to Freshman. An incoming freshman high school can join this program, graduate high school with an associate's degree, and it costs the families nothing. The district pays for every single bit of it.
That's genius.
Genius. We have changed everything. We have made everything better. It's time for the buildings.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that 100%. I like it. What else you got?
I don't know. That's what I said.
Good.
Here's
Go.
something
Tommy
down there.
Kingston asked a question that nobody really thinks about. What happens if this bond doesn't pass? What do we really do if this bond doesn't pass?
We keep doing what we're doing. We'll have to shuffle kids around, I'm sure. Some of these buildings, they were built in the 30s. We're still using them. Their infrastructure is failing. There's not much we can do about it. We might have to close buildings and shift kids to other places, other schools. Then we would have huge enrollment at some of these classes. The biggest fear, I guess, that I've heard of is having large schools, large elementary schools. We want to avoid that, and the way to avoid it is pass this bond so that we can keep these current buildings good. We're going to build a new Hopkins right where Hopkins sits. We already own the land, the district does. We can keep kids in class while we build there. It'll take a few years, but
Does this bond anticipate and fund the raising of Shields?
it does. Yes.
Okay,
Shields,
so the city
O'Connor,
or the ISD will own a huge city block right there at Laurent and Crestwood.
yes, we already do. Yep.
Yeah, you already own it, but I mean that it'll just be a lot.
Yep. For now.
What? Okay, now is your thought that that someday there might be another school there, or is your thought that they might sell that to defray costs for other things?
Either way, there's no plans yet. If the city needs it, wants to buy it from us, I'm sure everything is for sale if the price is right, you know. But there's no plans.
I'd hate for one government entity to sell it to another
Yeah.
government entity and all of it being funded by my money.
Tammy Williams asks, what school was built in the 30s? Was that be Patty Welder?
Patty Welder was Shields, O'Connor, Allo. They were somewhere in the 50s.
Yeah, Smith
two
was
of
in
them-
the 50s or
Smith
early
was in
60s.
the 50s.
Yeah.
Smith, so one other cool thing we're going to do is move Smith into the 56 building classroom, the new build.
The
at
new
VHS,
building
yeah.
at VHS, yeah.
and
Will
turn
they
that-
also tear down Smith?
No, there's no plans to tear down Smith yet. We've got to have,
It's a shrine because that's where I went.
then we'll make sure we keep it just
Probably
for you.
protected.
No, but we've got to have a place for credit recovery and DAEP, things like that. So Smith right now is going to stay there.
Perfect.
But we want to turn the old VHS campus into a STEM academy, have everybody all in one place. There'll be separate campuses just on the same lot.
Awesome. You still glad you ran for school board?
Yes, I'm glad I ran for school board.
I think you're doing a fantastic
Thank you
job.
very much.
We remember your fledgling efforts when you first came in and said, I'm willing to do it. I want to do it. I'm here to help.
I was pretty nervous that day.
You're solid. You're rock solid now. You get used to it.
No, we did. Things have been going really good. Working with Miss Sheila, she is awesome. She knows what's going on. She's driving. You know, she's keeping everybody on track. That's for sure.
How's your family? Everybody good?
Doing good? Yeah. About to be an empty nest.
Wow.
In a few short months, man.
Wow.
That's different. That's different. I don't know what to do with myself. All this time on my hands. No, the school board's been great. I'm
Your
glad I
wife will
did it.
come home and find you in nothing but an apron.
No, probably not. No,
That's a
probably
good
not.
look.
No, I just wanted to come on and
Well, we
spread
appreciate
some
it.
good news. You know, we are doing what's right by these kids. We need to keep doing it.
Well, I think you're doing what's right by the district, and it's okay to hate taxes,
Yeah.
and hate taxation, and acknowledge that communally we need to support our schools.
Yeah. No, my taxes will be affected too, but I'm all for it.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
Well, that's all you need, bub.
Okay. Thank
Hey,
you very
we
much.
appreciate you.
Thanks, Mickey.
I'll create you a walkway. You can sneak back out. You didn't bring us any trinkets or gifts? Okay.
Oh, we're good there.
No, you're good. Yes, sir. Mickey Costello, school board trustee and all around really good guy. So we do have good and we have had good, well-meaning people on our school board for years. And, they catch a lot of heat. It's, I think, probably the most thankless volunteer position in our community.
Probably.
I can't think of anything where you're going to catch more grief over things that you don't really control. So I applaud those that get into that arena. What are you reading there?
Well, there was a new study that researchers from this is on click2houston.com. Researchers from 4 universities in Texas tracked nearly 1 million high school students across 8 graduating classes from 16 to 23. So it ties into what we were talking about to see how they fared post-high school.
Right?
And they looked at the wages they earned, whether they enrolled in college, completed their degrees. The uneven promise of readiness suggests that college prep courses offer a false signal of preparedness. According to the study, they found that students who earned a credential in high school, be it an associate's degree or a certificate, earned 15 to 20% more in wages later in life than students who were not college ready. And we're not talking that much later because we're talking kids that only graduated 10, 15 years, not even.
Right.
So between 7 and 10 years ago. So if
So
you're
what-
taking dual credit, it pays off.
Yeah, it says, meanwhile, students who earned a credential in high school, be it an associate's degree or certificate, earned 15 to 20% more. But what it also tells you is about all students are not the same either, right? So students that had the gumption, students that had the prodding by parents or family members, students who were proactive in their education seem to do better monetarily. It shouldn't be a surprise.
Yeah, what they're also finding is students that enrolled in English and math college prep courses were 5% less likely to earn a college degree or certification within 6 years of high school graduation than students who were not considered college ready. And they were also 18% less likely to get a degree or certification than their dual credit peers. So there you go.
Wow.
Interesting findings, because all the push has been, you got to get math, you got to get English.
Yes.
Apparently, it's not paying off, and they're not graduating.
What is this? Cinderelli Company, a real estate developer based in the Woodlands, is building a 20-acre elevated lifestyle destination in Montgomery County. Let's click on that. What is an elevated life? Is it for people that want to get high? I mean, I'm being sincere. The development will expand a massive master planned community in the Houston area. So, okay, 20-acre social hub known as the Village Green will expand the Valley Ranch master plan community in New Caney, Texas. A sprawling new social hub is set to bring more food, fashion, fitness to an expensive master plan community in the Houston area. See, we add mattress stores, check cashing stores, and lottery.
They add 190,000 square feet of retail space, 40,000 square feet of office space, and it'll all be elevated lifestyle, which means high end.
Wow.
Or higher end.
Go up there a little bit. We're designing the Village Green as a place where people choose to spend time, not just check off a to-do list. We're creating a destination that becomes part of everyday life and enjoyably brings residents, neighbors, and families
This is a
together.
50-minute city.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
They don't want you to leave that area. They don't
Stay
want you
right
to
here.
drive. They
It
don't
looks
want you
pretty.
to. They don't want you to go anywhere else.
You see how there's a track? If you
Yep.
look at it, and look at that. It's a place people could go to do their daily walk. It's big loop oval. And then there's retail and office space on both sides.
That's what it is.
Yep. And the illusion of lots of green. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Lots of green.
Fred Loya passed away. Fred Loya Sr., founder of
Fred Loya,
Fred Loya Insurance.
Just really, really, I won't comment. Anyway, I wonder if Fred had life insurance. I don't know. He was born in California in 1939. He was a successful agent for farmers before founding his own company in 1974, offering auto insurance to low-income families. Now they have over 800 offices in a dozen states. Still hoping to pay their first claim. Wow. You got that, Fred Loya? Yeah. You got it?
I was going to get into the stuff going on in Mexico in the wake of the killing of El Mencho the other day, and Claudia Sheinbaum now backing off that, wow, maybe a war with the cartels isn't the way we want to go. We're almost at the top of the hour, so we'll get more into that tomorrow, because it's a complete 180 from where she was on Sunday when she went after El Mencho.
Just remember this. Gavin Newsom can't read and doesn't think blacks can either. The mayor or the governor of Maryland is still blaming Washington, D.C. and the feds for the fact that he's pumping sewage into the Potomac. And moron Zamdani is still trying to hire people for $30 an hour, provided they have the right paperwork to shovel snow. This is the trio of shining stars of the leftist Democrat Party. Go back to the words of Bill Clinton. Immigration is a problem. These people are criminals. We must do something to maintain the rule of law in the United States of America. Tune in tonight. Listen to the president objectively and see what you hear from him. Folks, we hope you have a great day. Have a blessed day. Peter McNally, love you. Hope you finally got to hear us. Monty Howard, yes, moron, Zamboni.
Don't knock the Zamboni. Do not drag the Zamboni into Mamdani.
Amen. Bye, folks. Have a great day.